Hello and welcome. For the third year of mechanical engineering in Universidad de los Andes, we're given the task to solve a problem through a design process, and today we're going to present the first phase of design. In the picture, you can see how a high agglomeration happens in the public transport city of the city of Bogota. And considering that 80% of COVID-19 infections are mild and asymptomatic, and that Bogota has the highest rate of infections in the country, we are trying to solve the problem of propagation and infection prevention of the public transport system for asymptomatic users.
So in order to solve this problem, we already mentioned we had to establish some requirements and restrictions. As a team, we decided that these are the final the requirements our final product must satisfy. It has to be economic, it has to be comfortable and simple, it has to have a large average life expectancy, it has to be sturdy, and has to have a high protection level. And for the restrictions, we decided the prototype dimension should guarantee a minimum distance between two people of 50 centimeters. It also should provide good visibility. It means 180 degrees in the horizontal plane. It also must cost, its cost should not exceed the 100,000 Colombian pesos or 27 United States dollars. And finally, it should not limit the user mobility in terms of weight.
So this is the design process for the first phase. And next we're going to show you the 5 ideas we decided to develop, as well as the selection of the final idea for the second phase of design. The first idea is a full face seal and cover, which the main characteristic of the idea is that the full face is sealed with a transparent cover, with the objective of guaranteeing air only flows through the filter. This prototype wanted to evaluate the effects of a seal over the whole face and not only mouth and nose. And we learned that the seal can be comfortable and effective to restrict airflow. However, condensation is really high when the filter is added.
For the second idea, we wanted to make an adjustable and comfortable face mask that was sealed around just the nose and mouth. In this case, we didn't include the eyes section. From this idea, we learned that we also learned that the seal can be comfortable and that adjustable devices can reach a larger target population. And we also decided that the final product must be comfortable and safe at the same time.
The third idea is a T-shaped mouth and nose cover with an eyewear protection that is not sealed to the eyes. From this prototype, we learned that this will be a really viable option, as the condensation problem in the eyes is not a problem. However, we needed to improve in the dimensions and positioning of the eyewear.
For the fourth idea, we wanted to make a folded multi-layer heat-filled face mask. And the idea of this prototype was to make a 3-layer face mask with no need of sewing. From this, we learned that sewing can be replaced by heat sealing, and that it is possible to make a face mask with just one cut that is folded later.
So idea number 5 was to take a standard cloth face mask and improve it by adding a copper filter that helps reduce the amount of bacteria, viruses, and other harmful microorganisms, because copper has properties that don't allow them to grow on the filter. We learned that the use of cloth materials is very convenient for usability in terms of comfort, but gives a less than ideal protection because it allows some small particles to pass through, And taking into account that it will be used in a closed environment, we decided to not go ahead with this idea. We created this matrix based on the criteria we thought was most important to evaluate each of our ideas, but for the next part of the project, we intend to create a survey and change the criteria accordingly. We chose idea number 3 based on the previous matrix and continue to work on it. Our next step is to refine the geometry for additive manufacturing and take into consideration the results of the survey. And that's it. Thank you for listening.